Good morning, everyone. This is the Jaleisha Wilkins Show, and today we will be featuring Justina Wilkins. And here she comes. Okay, you guys, give it up for Justina, the all-time millionaire dancer right now. And she taught Beyonce, Drake, even Nicki Minaj.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
But today we are not here for dancing.
No.
You have told me in order to get on my show today that you read a book that was so inspirational.
Yes, ma'am.
That you want to share the inspiration to the world. So what is this book? What is it called? Why are you sharing it today?
This book is called On Fire by John O'Leary. See, John O'Leary, when he was little, he witnessed these older teenagers playing with fire and stuff, and they had lit a piece of cardboard, I believe, on fire with gasoline, and they combined it, and like they used to play with the sparks and everything. And so, with him being a little boy, he wanted to try this for himself, but when he did, it backfired at him drastically, and he was set on fire. His brother ended up saving his life, being his hero, and helped him get out of that fire. But he ended up losing his fingers, his toes, and he had 100-degree burns over 100% of his body. And so he's known today for how strong he is, for his survival mentality, like how he thinks of survival, like he treasures it, and he's blessed, and he knows that he is, and he's glad to still be on this world, and he doesn't take anything for granted like how we take things for granted every single day. And so he's very inspirational, and this book just really took a big toll on my life.
Wow, that's nice. Have you been able to meet this John O'Leary in person?
He came to one of my dancing classes. He did a surprise pop-up, and it was me and a group of my friends and everything, and we seen him, and I was just like, wow, like, you're the author of this book, like, can I get your autograph? And it was just like, it was so inspirational to actually see him, actually know that this person really does, he's human just like us, yet he's so much more wise and much more mature, and he really celebrates and lives and loves life.
Wow, okay, that is nice. So you guys are going our first break, and give it up for Miss Justina Wilkins.
Thank you.
Miss Justina is back, everyone. Give a round of applause.
Thank you.
All right, so we were talking about this book, is it On Fire? Before we started our break. Do you have any more details or anything else to add to this book that you think that my audience should know today?
I just want to say that, like, this book is really one of them self-reflecting books. When we listen to music, we get into our feelings. When we dance, we're dancing out our feelings. And so this book is our feelings written on paper. And so I can connect this book to so many things that I have faced and witnessed in my life because of how easy it is and how relatable it is, and just how the book is made up and how he decided to write the book.
All right. So, being the host of my show, I had to take a little glimpse of it myself. I have read the summary, and I read about the 7 choices that he wrote about in the book, and I will read them off to you. Indifference versus purpose. Stagnation versus growth. Fear versus love. Victim versus victor. Success versus significance. Entitlement versus owning it. Denial versus acceptance. What do you have to say about these 7? These 7 choices are very wise. And after reading the summary of the book, which is a summary, it actually told me, I understood why he chose these specific things. What do you have to say about this?
I have to say that these 7 choices are the aspects of life. Some of them 7 choices bring us back. Some of them bring us forward. To me, the main 2 that are like very encouraging is entitlement versus ownership. That's one, because it shows how in life you can either say that this happened and say that you didn't want it to happen, but it still happened. Like, I'm trying to say, like, you could say, it's hard to describe what I'm trying to say. You could say how, like, you can accept what has happened to you, or you can continue to deny. So it's also, it combines with acceptance and denial. So you can be in denial of everything that happened. You can be in denial, like, no, this wasn't my fault. Yes, this was my fault. Or you can be accepting of it and just actually state that it was your fault and try to, receive forgiveness for whatever you did, or actually, forgive yourself for whatever you did, for that mistake that you did. I've been in situations where I've had to confess, like, yeah, I did this, I did that. I shouldn't have had. Do I forgive myself? And this book has brought me to brought me to the final answer, to the final answer of yes. It has, I have forgiven myself. And so that's one thing that, keeps on pushing me forward, is acceptance versus denial. Do I want to accept things in life, or do I want to continue to deny them? And then the other one is, one thing that may impact your life, or like may kind of be not a roadblock, but an obstacle to go over, is fear versus love. Because we claim that we love this and love that, when we're actually, like, we're terrified of it. We claim that we want to be loved, but we're terrified of love. We claim that we want to do this and do that, but we're actually deep down inside terrified. And we also use our fear as an excuse as to why we can't do this or can't do that, when in reality we're just scared. And we try to come up with excuses and try to say this and say that, and say how we can't, like, get on a roller coaster because we've heard about different stories and like that. No, you're just scared. You can't let fear run your life. You have to let you run your life, but you can't let love run your life either, because if you're out here searching for love, then you may not find happiness. It just depends where you look at. And so fear versus love is very important, because they contradict each other so much. They go along so well, yet they also contrast each other. So it's hard to really combine the two, and it's hard to really live life by those two rules. And so that's why I feel like maybe like a roadblock. But other than that, it's still going to lead to success in life.
Wow, those are very powerful words that you have described to us today.
Yeah.
And we will continue this right after the break. And Miss Justina is back.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so before the break, you described the choices that were most significant to you and why they had such an impact on you. Mm-hmm. Well, right now, I have some questions for you. Mm-hmm. My first question is, out of the 7 choices that I listed and that you read about, how can you apply them to your life?
I can apply them to my life by realizing that although it is one or the other, it never truly is one or the other. Like entitlement versus ownership. You can be entitled to something and say that this is, like, say that someone gave it to you, it actually is yours, but then you eventually go over the obstacle and it turns into ownership. Each of the things always overlap each other, and one thing turns into another. And so, yeah, I can take these choices and apply them to my life by realizing that, like victim versus victor. When I'm the victim of something, I'm actually the victor of something else, So I don't have to see, I can apply it to my life, but not having to see everything as in a negative aspect. I can see everything as in a positive perspective instead of a negative one, and just try to always keep my head up and their chin higher.
All right. So my second question for you is what might get in your way? What might be the challenges that you will have to face while applying these 7 choices into your life?
I think that life may be the challenges that I may have to face, even though it's all about life and it's all about what you should do and how you should go this route instead of taking that route. It's just like, life is life, and sometimes we all make mistakes. We have to learn from them, and we do things that we may regret. But life may get in my way, because I may follow a certain ritual or belief for so long, and then just something happens and just turns me off course. I may turn to this or turn to that. It could be something like a sudden loss or something that gets to my heart, and if I can just get off track so easily, and it can really throw all these 7 choices out of my head and give me this whole new negative mentality. And so life may hold me back, but I just have to keep on pushing forward.
That's nice. Alrighty then. And so my third and final question for you is, what's your next step toward leading a radially inspired life? And which step is most important to you?
So the step that's most important to me, I believe, is stagnation versus growth. Because throughout life, you can either stay at one point and just remain there and just get comfortable there, get settled there, stay there forever. Or you can grow and blossom like a flower. You know, that's what I always tell my dancers when we dance. You have to turn around, you have to blossom like a flower. And you can grow, you know, grow in life, grow into new habits, meet new things. You only live once, and once you accept that, you'll be able to take risks and really enjoy life. You have to grow in order to in order to fully enjoy life. You have to grow. You can't stay in the same place in life at all, because you're not going anywhere. And life is all about taking risks and going places. And so you just have to grow, and you have to mature, and you have to truly find yourself.
Okay. Well, that is nice. Do you have any else to say before my show ends for you today?
Yes, actually, I have performed a dance for you guys, so I can show you after the next break.
Alrighty then. Well, she announced it for me. We'll be right back after this break.
Thank you.
Alright, you guys. So today, Mr. Stina Wilkins is going to be performing a brand new dance for us. Oh my gosh. Alrighty then. Give it up for Miss Justina.